Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Smash the like button on your way in. Happy Wednesday, guys. Appreciate you guys for joining me. Bitcoin and crypto, overall crypto market, pretty boring today. Pretty boring. What we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna make it fun. Who knows, man? Who knows? Market's gonna do what the market's gonna do. We show up. We talk about the charts. We do the daily close contest. We smash the like button. We share the stream. We share the stream with as many people as possible. We share the stream so much so that we almost get in trouble for how often we share the stream, because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of April. I'm starting to lose faith. I don't know if you guys can do it. Are you capable of something like that? I don't know. Anyways, let's get right into it, guys. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining me on this lovely Wednesday. Let's get the webcam on. Hey, all right. I had a wonderful day today. Had a beautiful day. And then I stop at the store. I decide, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna buy Red Bull anymore. I'm gonna buy my stupid little supplement again because I missed my branched chain amino acids. So I buy one. I get home. I open it up and I'm like, oh, it's open. I did not do that. I freaked the fuck out. I swore too early in the stream. Dang it. I freak out. Because it's open. It's like there's mold inside. So I'm pissed. I got stuff to do. So my fiance, being the amazing, lovely woman that she is, offers to take it up to the store to exchange it. It's like, okay, thanks. Thanks, babe. So she goes up there to save my sanity. And she exchanges it. She comes back. This new one's completely sealed all the way around. I open it. No joke. It's got mold. So tomorrow, when I go to Kroger, I'm probably going to make a manager cry. Because now I'm really mad. Wasted gas. I've wasted brain cells. I'm not in a good mood right now. Hopefully, for their sake, when I get there tomorrow, I'm all bubbly and shit because it's Thursday. And I'm not going to work on Friday because Friday's my daughter's birthday. And Kroger can go F themselves with their stinky, moldy shit. Oak Tree, you said you work for Kroger? Dude. Can I get them in trouble through you? Because I will rat, dude. I will rat. I will sing like a canary. DM me if I can get them in trouble through you. Because woo. I'll send you whatever I need to send you. I'm ready to go full Karen, man. Not gonna be fun. Shayna Max said, "Oh no shit." You guys, dude, I got an army on my side. They're about to be so scared. I'm gonna be that guy that goes in there and be like, "You're gonna lose a loyal customer." They're gonna be like, "I don't care. This is literally the only grocery store in your entire town. Asshole. Why don't you go shop somewhere else? What are you gonna do? Buy bread at the gas station?" That's too funny. Oak Tree said, "I'll send you my phone over and you can get money off using it." What? No way. Okay. Billy said, "JJ, she takes an unsealed bottle, takes a short drive, and mysteriously seals itself. That's magic, bruh." What? What are you talking about? She exchanged it for a sealed one, and the sealed one somehow got moisture in it still. Anyways, moving on. Guys, Bitcoin is currently chilling at 84,299-ish. We got 15 people watching. Heck yeah. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. So we've had this trend line that we're watching, which extends from the previous little flag, little range that we busted out of way back here, way back when. And it wasn't relevant for a little while. And then we got this little W off the lower trend line, and this I guess previous support turned resistance is suddenly relevant. So we're keeping an eye on that for sure. Bitcoin's trying real hard to get above that. On our normal chart, let's refresh our liquidation heat map and see what's going on over here. And I don't know. There was like an interview with Jerome Powell, 83,220, at this Chicago thing. And it had nothing to do with anything like important. It was literally just an interview. The guy interviewing asked great questions. I'll give him that. The interviewer was amazing. But Powell said some things that stock market folks apparently didn't like very much. So they all sold everything, which I thought was really funny. 85,641. Like they asked him like really chill questions. They talked about crypto and stuff, but they were like, if the stock market needs you, will you come to the rescue? And he goes, no, with an exclamation. And everyone went, ah! And they just sold everything like right at the last 30 minutes of the day. So the stock market was like super chill all day. And then Jerome Powell said no, and it went bam. And everyone was like, oh my gosh. It was so funny. Because I watched the interview. It was like a super chill interview. It was the funniest reaction to me. I was like, what in the world is going on with people? Like, he's going to have to step in. But he's not supposed to say that. Because if you say it's supposed to be a bailout, not a handout. So if he says it, then everyone's going to be like, okay, let's just crash the system then. And then, Jerome's going to step in and he's going to be like, you guys, I said I would help you, but I didn't mean to make it so I have to help you. He has to save face. He can't be like, yeah, I'll step in, of course, and I'll just print money and inject it into the market. Because then that would make it meaningless. It's supposed to be like airbag. You don't deploy your airbag just because it's there. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's funny to me. It cracks me up. Shannon said I never use my gas points. Dude, I wait like 2-3 months and then I go and get $1 off. It's pretty sick. Anyways, Bitcoin is chilling in between these two ranges. There's not a lot going on either end. There's like bulls and bears, but it's pretty quiet. I gotta say, it is Wednesday. I'm gonna be definitely keeping an eye out. Same with you, Banner. You got a fake hailing? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for this weekend to see if Sunday is boring. Because if Sunday's boring, then, we're probably in the same old situation that we've been in for months. And nothing's going to change. Unfortunately, I have fractals. And I know everyone's probably sick of me talking about fractals. They're like, oh God, here he goes again with the freaking fractals. That are calling for like late summer price action. So, and this literally goes back to the current or the previous scenario playing out the same exact way this time, just with a slightly more volatile trajectory, but the same period of time. This first one, when it broke in and then broke out eventually, took like 220 days. Let's call it 220 days. This one right now, when we broke in, so far, we're only 150 days in. If we go 220, right there, then we're looking at June 27th. And people are going to freak out over that. Because that's, 2 months away. They're going to be, oh my gosh, I give it 1 month. Give it 1 month of this same exact price action occurring, and everyone is going to be gone. People are going to leave because they're fed up, And the numbers kind of show it. And everyone's talking about even the big YouTubers, all the big influencers, everyone's metrics are down. And it's because there's no retail left in the space, man. Retail doesn't like boring stuff. Retail goes to the casino. They don't go to Edward Jones Investment for fun, They don't call on their 401k and be like, hey, what's the price today? Every single day. That's boring. Oh, you made 1% yesterday. Oh, sick. So what's that? Like $100. Okay. For like my lifetime investment. I don't know, man. It's pretty obvious that there's no retail. I think all the DeFi protocols making less money over time is what sells it for me. Greg said, ahoy, JJ and crew. Greg's got great insights, by the way. If Greg says something in the chat, pay attention. Waterfly said, I'm going to Vegas. Nice. I've never been to Vegas. I've never actually been to a casino. Is that crazy? I'm 50% Italian and I've never been to a casino. Welcome, Greg, by the way. How's Celix Go? Billy. Welcome, everybody. Oak Tree. Shayna Mac. You guys are legends. Index, by the way. Yes, I did. I did get that, by the way, Index. I'm sorry. I ran around a bunch, and then my stuff was all janky when I got home, so I didn't have a minute to thank you, but I appreciate that. I did get the update, and we will be showcasing it in approximately 21 minutes. Let's go through some charts. Let's go through Bitcoin dominance really quick. So Bitcoin dominance did break 64, finally. What's going on, money? We broke through 64 and got a swift rejection, broke right back below that, and it's now retesting again to see if it's going to break it one more time. We did get support on the previous resistance, now support, which is very nice. So what we got is, it was dancing around, it broke through, retesting, and now it's got resistance at 64 again, but we got that support of previous resistance on this purple trend line, which is beautiful. Greg said, pay attention to the monkey at the back of the bus. What? What? Jeez. I don't know if you meant to say that like that, but damn. Money said, did someone say Vegas? Waterfly is going to be hangover movie type of Vegas. Waterfly said Vegas in June, 10 days. Oh, nice. 10 days. Is that 10 days away? Oh, that's May. Don't freak me out. I'm like, I don't even know what month it is. You're going for 10 days in June. I understand now. Zhao said, I'll be there this weekend, Atlantic City. Ugh. Jersey and we'll go to AC. Come to Jersey and we'll go to AC. I went to, Atlantic. Is Atlantic City in Georgia? I don't know where any place is at. Math and geography. I used to be really good at both. Just for the record. So we're clear. ETH is down 0.68% on the day. Had trouble getting over 1670 and still having trouble now. It looks like it found some support. Some horizontal support around 1500, 1550. So it's kind of playing around right now. This little wick right here, that is literally from the Jerome interview, which is hilarious. Atlantic City, New Jersey, that's a thing. I hate it when states have cities with the same name. And it makes sense, you know. They're not going to have a different name for every single city in the world. But especially when it's a capital. Someone's like, oh, I'm going to Austin. And you're like, oh, Austin, Texas? They're like, no, Austin, Massachusetts. And you're like, okay, weird. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a Detroit in, like, every single state. I don't know, it's just funny to me. I know Atlanta's in Georgia. I thought Atlantic City, maybe I'm just confusing those two. Sol is actually up today. Sol is up 4.19%. Beautiful rebound. Got a nice bounce off of 125. And a break right back into its ascending broadening range. Looking good. Am I wrong? Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, no. There is no Atlantic City, Georgia. It's just Atlanta, Georgia. Atlantic City. There's only one Atlantic City? Where? Yeah. Oh, I had no idea. I don't know anything about Jersey. Don't judge me. Holy crap, losing brain cells. Thanks, JJ. Don't judge me, man. I'm from Michigan. I've hardly left my state. I've been to Wyoming, North Carolina, recently Georgia, and Canada. I have not been on the East Coast at all, besides like New Hampshire and Maine. And everybody up there has opiate problems, so you can expect that I didn't learn much. You know, everybody was freaking sleeping. So, anyways, Sol's looking great, killing it. Total 3, following our fractal beautifully. Looking good. I like that we're still above our purple trend line. See if we can range on this and then bounce probably towards the end of the month. That would be sick. JJ means Atlantis cartoon. Dude, the Atlantis movie was great. Do you know where Greensboro, North Carolina is? Vaguely. Greg said, Bitcoin Weekly TA looks solid. May take another week or two to play out. But if there is any faith in BTMM, TDI, RSI, log, MACD, histogram, and DMI BTC should be making solid gains soon, like all-time high 6/6/2025. Hell yeah, love it. Appreciate you, Greg. Money said, where do most Americans go on holiday? Most Americans don't go on holiday because we're poor. I'm pretty sure the vast majority of us can't afford a vacation. I like to go north. Everyone goes to Florida or California or something. Crypto Z said North Carolina in the house. Riley here. Nice. Dude, North Carolina is beautiful. Appalachia. I don't know how to say it. Just in general, the Appalachian, like, mountains all the way up the coast. Beautiful. Beautiful place to be. North Carolina, though, it's definitely one of the prettier places I've been. I recently went to Georgia, and it's very pretty. It's very hilly. Like, if you're going to live there, sure. But if I was going on vacation, I would not go to Georgia. I'm sorry. I think Georgia's awful. The traffic sucks. The people are okay. You know, they know how to drive, but their roads are so different, man. It drives me crazy. Oak Tree said, haven't gone on vacation for 7 years. Grind, save, then enjoy. Exactly. Zhao said, Crypto Z, I love Riley. I have a bunch of friends there. I moved back to Jersey from Wilmington, North Carolina. Yeah, we used to go to Asheville all the time in the surrounding area. It was beautiful, dude. It's gorgeous. And the people there are so nice. And, like, you can't go anywhere without it just being pretty. You know what I mean? There's no ugly part of North Carolina that I've experienced personally, at least, which is rare in Michigan. In Michigan, there's ugly everywhere. Total market cap, we're looking for hopefully a decent peak around the end of April, and then a valley around the beginning of May, and then we really start to kick off the bull market according to our current fractal. You know, May, June, July, it should start to get spicy. And this June lines up with what Greg just said, kind of. Greg's looking for all-time highs out of Bitcoin. Okay, this is total free, so I could see that. Bitcoin all-time highs right here. And then capital starts rolling into altcoins. That kind of makes sense. Let's look at our total crypto market cap as well. See, this is calling for early July, so this fractal might be off. If what Greg said plays out, then this fractal could potentially be off, because the total crypto market cap is probably going to go significantly higher if Bitcoin's making a new high. Oak Tree said, and I should say grind, save, invest, but save before investing. Greg said, Asheville is still pretty ugly since that horrific hurricane. True bummer. Damn. I used to work in Raleigh, Carolina Power and Light a long time ago. Now it's like Progress Energy or something like that. Oak Tree said, money, go get that 30-day paid vacation. What? Here we have around 30 paid holiday days. Is that like the law? Because I don't get paid holidays at all. I work for a small business. Okay. Yeah, crypto total market cap looks good. Cardano is down 0.1% on the day. Pretty boring. I wanted to check something, actually. I want to check something on ADA specifically, because we got our momentum wave is almost bottomed out, but I want to check and see what the Bollinger Bands look like. Do we have Bollinger Bands saved at all? I don't think we do. Bollinger Bars? Is that the same thing? I don't think it is. Bollinger Bands on ADA. See, they squeezed right here on that 4-hour, but they opened back up because volatility picked up a little bit, I guess. So we got a little bit of downside, but it wasn't as dramatic as I would like it to be. Let's check the higher time frame. Yeah, we're squeezing on the daily, which is nice. Hopefully it doesn't result in another squeeze to downside, because that would piss me off. Let's get back to the 4-hour. Get rid of these Bollinger Bands and move on to the next chart. Okay. SNEK is down 1.29% on the day. Hopefully it's curling back up to the upside. We'll see. Otherwise, this bear flag probably potentially playing out, putting it around 20. XRP is down 0.2% on the day. This also has a potential bear flag that everyone is in denial about, but if it plays out, we're looking for around $1.70 for XRP. As of right now, though, it looks pretty strong. It's holding. I can't get above 214 at the moment, so I would like to see it break above that. Otherwise, as long as it holds above $2, I'll be happy. Money said you got to take 2 weeks in one piece and extra anytime for... See, I literally just took 2 months off at the beginning of the year. So I guess that's technically counts. That was not intentional or planned, but it was there, and I was like, man, I mean, I don't want to go to work. So I just didn't go to work. HBAR is down 0.02% on the day. Nothing crazy to write home about on HBAR. We got a break below 1593. We're looking at 1569 right now. If it can't get back above 1593, then we're probably heading towards minimum 15 for a psychological number. Look for 14 support if it does kind of start to free fall. We get our lines on there previous price action, so something to keep an eye on. SWE is down 1.89%. SWE's kind of getting eaten up a little bit. Broke below 230, or I'm sorry, 223 or 206. Yeah, broke below 223 and then hit 206 right now. And I mean, it's getting into the part where it's going to start to get a little bit choppy because there's a lot of support zones here based on previous price action. So if it can't catch a break here, then that bear flag might fully play out, and we might be seeing $1.69 out of SWE soon. Greg said, alts, memes, shitcoins, ERC20 derivatives, NFTs, have fun providing liquidity. We'll see. Ondo is down 1.83% on the day as well. A little rejection at 84.84, making its way back towards 80 at the moment as well. Once it broke through 84, we're going to look for a bounce and then retest. Bearish retest confirmation. If it can't get back above, we're looking for a break of 80 at that point and then going down to 72.72. Aerodrome is down 1.53% on the day as well. This played out beautifully, the W to the M, and it is now making its way downtown once more. Broke below 40, and it got a bearish retest. If it closes below 40, especially on the daily, then we're probably looking for a 35 minimum. And if it breaks below 35, then you know what that means. We're probably going down pretty fast after that. Render is down 2.27% on the day. Got a rejection at $4, and it's been struggling ever since. So we broke below this area. So we came back up here, rejected, bounced right here at 375, and then rejected again. Broke below 375, bearish retest, and now it's continuing to the downside. Look for some support at 350. If it doesn't hold, then it's probably going to follow a potential bear flag and bottom out around 260. Polkadot is actually up 0.71% on the day. It's not looking bad, but it wasn't looking good in the first place, so it's just kind of looking mediocre. Zhao said, mark my words, Aerodrome is going to effing fly when base gets hot. Okay, I like that. I'll take it. Chewy will definitely take that as well. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. If you're new, please consider subscribing. And if you are a regular, I would like to take this moment to ask that you share the stream, share the channel with anybody, anywhere. Share it on X, share it on Facebook, share it in your freaking mom group. I don't care. Just share the damn stream. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the month, and that would be a pretty sick birthday present for me. But yeah, Polkadot, it's mediocre. It's ranging in between 333 and 378, so it's not doing a whole lot. CAS is up 1.04% on the day. CAS has been looking very strong the last couple of days, which is interesting. It is dancing around 0.076 at the moment. Nothing crazy to write home about in regards to the price action. At the moment, it's literally just in like an ascending, broadening wedge, which I think is bullish. Don't quote me on that, though. Share it with your favorite grandma. I used to say that. I used to share it with your mom, share it with your sister, share it with your grandma. That was like early stream days. It was a fun time, though. Avalanche is down 1.53%. Looking for some support at 1828. If it can't hold right here, wherever, I guess it got to bounce off of what? 1850? If it can't hold that, then we're looking for support at 1828. If it breaks that, looking for 1756. Watch for a reaction off of 18, though, just because that's a psychological number. See if anything happens there. I'm a little bummed that we didn't hold above 20. It's kind of keeping up with their trajectory at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see if it continues that. We do have a potential. Is this a potential inverse head and shoulders? That would be sick. What would that target? If I'm being frugal about my target, we're looking for 23-ish, give or take. Not financial advice. Xiao said, I need CAS to rocket again to pay off these dumb KSO Ultras, LMAO. What if I said CAS is dead? Xiao said, yeah, I'm not the most bullish on CAS right now. Dude, CAS has been dying for so long that I feel like I have to be bullish at this point. Otherwise, it's going to zero. Shrap is doing a whole lot of nothing. as I always point out, this is definitely a trader's coin. It's breaking below 5 again, so it's probably going to 0. But look for some kind of reaction. It's been holding this range. But, 1, 2, 3, 4. If it fails this fourth one, then it's probably going to 0. Not financial advice. Crypto Z said market probably going to dump when Asia opens. Yeah, that's possible. We got some news to go through as well that kind of points towards that possibility. Chainlink is holding above the yellow trend line, which goes back to August of 2024. The green trend line goes back to June of 2023. And the purple trend line goes back even further. Who knows how far the purple trend line probably goes back to the beginning of time on Chainlink. Chainlink is really good with TA. So if you're a trader and you want to learn TA, I suggest starting with Chainlink for sure. Or if you're trading and you want to learn TA or whatever, I don't know. I'm assuming if you're a trader or you consider yourself a trader, you already know TA. I would like to see Chainlink hold above 12. If it breaks below, then we're looking for green trend line retest. If it breaks below that, then we're looking for orange trend line retest. If it ever were to break below the purple, then it would be doomsday scenario for Chainlink. So it's not, in my opinion, longer term, I don't think Chainlink is in a bad spot to accumulate for me specifically. Doge is up 0.64% on the day. Break below the legacy trend line going back to August of 2024 on this as well. Green trend line. Not looking good. Maybe it might come back for a bearish retest of that. And then continuation of the downside. I've been calling for 11 cents on Doge for quite some time, and I feel like it's gonna play out for sure. Mr. Roberts said, JJ, good people, nut tuggers. LOL, what up? Greg said, no shitcoin is going anywhere significant until Bitcoin breaks out, period, end of story. I disagree. I bet you there's going to be a bunch of them that are going to do stuff. There has been. Look at Sol went up 4% today. That's pretty significant. Polygon Matic Pole is up negative 0.95%. This thing's got a potential bear flag playing out, looking for a target of probably 17, 16, 16, 17. It's at 1780 right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see it break 17. Near is far. We got to break below our orange trend line. Probably looking for $1.69 on near relatively soon. Not financial advice though. Every time it's gotten below the orange trend line, it has popped back above pretty quick. So this could be a trap. So just, be a little bit cautious. Don't trade based on the information that I present here. Come to your own conclusion. Waterfly said, nut tuggers. I want to go rub and tug now. What the hell? That's older generation has a weird way of rub and tugging. Oak Tree said, JJ, have you bought any more roll? I have not. I've been lacking on my DCAs, just accumulating SNEK like a moron. Chili's, surprisingly, it's looking bearish. It's retesting the orangey, yellowy trend line. But we got a confirmed green dot here, which might result in some relatively decent upside. There is bullish divergence. Price is down, R size up, which is not great. That's not the great kind of divergence that you want to see, because that just points to a quick reversal, and then eventually the price is going to continue trading down when the RSI continues trading up. So keep that in mind. But potential reversal here. It is what it is. Silver got a little bit pumpy today. Very pumpy. MicroStrategy also got a little bit pumpy today. DXY got a little bit dumpy. NASDAQ got a little bit dumpy. And S&P got a little bit dumpy. Everything was fine. And then Powell had his cute little interview. And the guy was like, are you going to do these things? And Powell was like, haha, no. And then he's like, I play guitar and I work out. And everyone was like, sell everything. It was pretty funny. Bitcoin, we still got a confirmed red dot on the 4-hour time frame from just the other day. So not looking too great, but it's not looking awful either. Like I said, it's not the end of the world. It is what it is. We got Hoff showing up in the chat just before the daily close contest. That's very nice of him to attend the daily close contest and leave immediately after. Welcome, Hoffs. Happy Wednesday. He's going to be like, I was at the store or something. I was at Wawa, the gas station that sells groceries for some reason. Bitcoin is chilling, 84, 122 and 50 cents. Up 0.57% on the day. Waterfly said, you don't have rub and tug parlors by you or in your travels? Quick $50? No. I live in the middle of nowhere, Waterfly. Like I said, we have one grocery store, and it's not a Wawa, because those are actually grocery stores. All right, we got some news articles. We got less than 2 minutes. Let's go. Before we go through our news articles, our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $253 on, which is 25.3%, which is not bad. It's definitely not making any progress. We've been like, I don't know, can I even change this? 30 days? It's been pretty choppy sideways. We got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest. I'm really glad that this chart loaded. It's very sick, very cool of them to load the chart for me so that I could show you guys. Let's get down to our 1 minute time frame for the daily close. What if I said Tyler plus one? Oh man. Guys, don't forget we got some deep lore merch. Pretty fun stuff. We got 30 seconds remaining on the clock until you guys can guess for the daily close contest. Let me get my little window up. Bam. And let me get it open on my end. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Can you guys see that? Or are you guys going to be like, I can't see? And bam. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Hoff said, that's why you funded my eBay, because you aren't near stores. What? Funded? I didn't fund your eBay. Greg said, show your support for JJ and his dedication to the crypto space. Hit that like. We got Hoffs, Tyler, and Waterfly coming in with guesses right out the gate. 84,222.66. 84,150.59. 84,109.00. I gotta manually type these. JShoot 2.0. 84,180.00. Fahid. What is Tyler's? 84,250.59. Hoffs fixed his sentence 3 hours later. He said fudding. So if you guys are still remembering that conversation, that is what he meant. Mr. Robbers, 84,270.00. Guys, don't forget to tell Index that he is a big dicked legend for this interface. What a total badass. I got Mr. Roberts last. Tyler said, wait, I'm at 69 cents. 59 isn't a funny number. Shane O'Mac. Just so you guys know, this interface is going to heavily influence whether or not I do honor changes because it's kind of a pain in the ass. 84,1109. Jasher said, I'm sorry. I get a kick out of this. True, best time of the day. Haha. What if I said new rule and less member? All guesses have to be in the first minute. Tyler said, you're awesome, Fahid. I hope you win today. Money said, can you zoom in? Yes, I can. Because it kind of hurts my eyes, too. Is that better? Can you see? 84,131. Okay, I got you, Money. I got you. 84,131.13. Oh, I almost clicked the wrong button. Mr. Roberts said, sorry, Hoffs. I didn't mean to trap you by 50 bucks. I'll change my guess. Good luck changing. Good luck changing your guess. Tyler wants to change his to 0.69. Tyler said, no one can see it. No one can see it. You guys want to see the price or do you guys want to see the damn chart? Dude, you have to zoom buttons now. I know, I did the zoom buttons. I tried to make it small. Everyone's like, it's too small. It's in the way, it's too small. Index, can you give me a whine button that I can just press? It doesn't do anything, but I'll press it when people are whining to make them feel better like I did something. All right, we got less than 2 minutes remaining for you guys to get your guesses in. Let me make sure, switch it to live chat. Money said try it more. I don't know if I can. What if I exit it out? That would be so evil. All right, increase. Da, 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 da. There you go. It's big for you guys, for you blind folk. Index is going to add a wine button. Hell yeah. Okay. 53 seconds left on the clock. Hoff said we need Hoffs is the best button. Hoffs is the best button. We need a Hoffs is at the store. So, like, it would just be Hoffs. Like, it would just enter his price at, like, $0 or something. We could do Waterfly, and it'll just be, like, blank +1. And then when I press the button, it'll put Waterfly's entry in, but it'll be randomized based on somebody else's. I would try to add animation, too. Dude, animation would be crazy. Out of control, man. Mr. Roberts said numbers are still too small. Maybe if they were higher contrast color. What are you guys watching on? Magnify 1000x. Does it make the numbers? Yeah, it makes the numbers bigger. You guys should be able to see. Gosh. All right, time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Everybody shut the fuck up. All right, let's sort these bad boys. Sort by score. Bam. Beautiful. We got Tom Selleck Goat, 84. Shanamac, 8411. Money, 84-131-13. Tyler, 84-150-59. Jay Shear, 84-180. Hoffs, 84-222-66. Fahid, 84-250-59. And Mr. Roberts, 84-270 even. What if I said I can't see, but this is normal? Tyler said, JJ, you're trash. Blurry. Tyler, it sounds like you need to donate to the channel so that I can get a better CPU. Money said he has the options. He ain't using them. What options? Money pulled to Tyler. JJ, you're trash. That was my favorite. Okay. Bitcoin is current. Look at this. I have so much time left over now. I can fuck with you guys the rest of the time. Bitcoin's currently trading at $84,042.40. Very nice. Excuse me. Excuse me. That was delicious, by the way. It's not my workout supplement like I wanted today. But it was moldy both times that I purchased it. That's fine. That's not that. But it is quite delicious. I got through the Fellowship of the Ring last night. The extended version. Dude, the extended versions of Lord of the Rings, 4 hours each. So it takes you 12 hours to get through the original trilogy, which is pretty freaking sick. I remember I got the Blu-ray of The Hobbit, which the first one's amazing. The second one's The third one, I can, take it or leave it. But the first one, oh my gosh, it's so good. And then I got the Blu-ray, like the special edition Blu-ray, and it had, I shit you not, there's 16 hours of like the making of featurette. And I get this, and me and my fiance, we're living at her mom's at the time, and I sat in our room. Our daughter had just been born, we're just young kids. I sat in our room by myself for like 16 hours watching this making of featurette, and it was so good. But I think that has led my fiance to resent The Hobbit because it like sucked up like at least 0.1% of my life. It was so funny. Oh, okay. Let's see. We got less than 2 minutes remaining. Lord of the Rings top tier. I agree. Hoff said special features rule. Dude, you can't get that stuff anymore, man. I will say, Hoff's is a physical media maxi. I'm right there with them, man. I 100% agree. My daughter literally was like, I like that we have a big ass DVD collection because when the internet goes out, we have something to do. And I'm like, I know. I didn't have to like coerce her to understand that. She respects physical media. That's how you know you're raising them right. Dances with Wolves 5-hour version? What? Did you watch it for 12 years yesterday? Yes, I did. I watched it for 12 years yesterday. It was so good. No, I watched The Fellowship, and then I watched like an hour of The Two Towers. And dude, Gandalf is so OP. You have DVDs? Wow, you ancient. Dude, the thing that I have too that it's in is trending all of a sudden. It's old. It's like a piano shelf, and it goes like woo. And it's just this cool piano shelf that like perfectly fits DVDs on it. And apparently it was trending on TikTok. I was like, hey, that's my thing. My mom got that for me when I was like 14. All right, this is it, guys. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. We are Bitcoin, Binance, Tether. 28 seconds left on the clock. Fahid said, what the hell, JJ? It was minus 100, not plus 100. Oh, for real? Are you sure? All right, I'm going to trust you, Fahid. So it was, instead of, it's 84.50, 59. 84, 50, 59. Is that right? Yeah. Yep. Okay, got you. Here we go. This is it. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The daily close contest has concluded. The Bitcoin daily close is 84,030 and 38 cents, making Shainamac the winner. Congratulations, Shainamac. Let me just double check because sometimes I get it wrong. 84,030 and 38 cents. Yep, Shainamac is the winner. Congratulations, Shainamac, on your victory. Guys, spam the bananas in the chat for Shainamac. Absolutely legendary win. Shainamac. 84011.09. Congratulations on your victory. I'm putting the wrong thingies. There we go. Actual close was 84,030.38. Congratulations, Shainamac, on your victory. Okay, cool. Gourmet Brands Brooklyn spam bananas. Tyler spam bananas. Oak Tree spam bananas. Jay Shear spammed bananas. Jay Shear spammed bananas 3 times. That's why Jay Shear won so many times in a row, because he's a generous guy. Mr. Roberts spammed bananas. Love the Farquad, Mr. Roberts. Shainamac said cool. Money's spamming broccoli. Second. All right, let's get Shainamac on our winner's Google Doc. April 17th. And that is Shainamac's second win. Congratulations, Shainamac. You are coming for them. It's getting spicy, guys. It's heating up. Like we saw recently with Tyler and then Jay Shear 2.0, anyone can literally come from 0 to being tied for some reason with first place with Hoffs and Fahid because they refuse to actually win anything. It's very sad. Congratulations, Shainamac, on your victory. Your prize for today is... Can I get a drum roll, ladies and gentlemen? Shainamac's prize for winning the daily close contest for Bitcoin with a guess of 84.11 and 9 cents on Bitcoin on April 16th, 2025 is a singular fish stick. Congratulations, Shainamac. Enjoy your singular fish stick. You've earned it. Wow, what a legend. Congratulations. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, I got in late, missed the cutoff for the closing price. Glad to be back. Just so you're aware, because I feel like I haven't explained the rules in quite some time. It goes from 7:50 p.m. EST is when you can first enter, and then at 7:55 p.m. EST, like on the second, you can no longer enter. And there is a delay on YouTube, so you kind of have to watch the chart on your end to make sure that you're getting in at time. If somebody, just in case you ever see this, or if you want to become a tier 3 channel member, if somebody is a tier 3 channel member, they do get an additional 60 seconds to guess. So their cutoff time is 6:56 p.m. I'm sorry, 7:56 p.m. And they can also guess up to 1 hour early. And they can be an 11th guess because we usually cap it at 10. But that one's a little bit wishy-washy. Sometimes if there's a bunch of people and I'm feeling a little bit spicy, I do a little more than 10 people. Hoff said, can we vote for 12 people limits? Yeah, let's do a vote. I'm going to do a poll. Do we increase minimum or max entries to 12 from 10? Okay, there's the poll. The poll simply says, do we increase max entries from 12 to 10? Or to 12 from 10. I can't read. All right. Tyler said, I'm still here. Just wanted to feel like Hoffs. Waterfly said, can we vote for plus $50 requirements? I'll do a poll. I'm just kidding. Do a poll for like, should we do another poll? Yeah, I'll do a poll afterwards, Waterfly. Congratulations, Shana Mac, once again for your victory. Absolute legend. Okay, yeah, we got our portfolios to go through. Let me freaking refresh this. Oh no! Every single time. I gotta do the security on this paper portfolio tool. It's ridiculous. I'm like, damn. They make you log in every single day. I'm surprised they don't make me KYC and freaking two-factor. Okay, our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio, like we pointed out, is down about 25%. Our Memecoin portfolio is... Hang on. I'm trying to open a position here because I'm irresponsible and I hate money. Okay. Our Memecoin portfolio post-Libra is... This was originally a $1,000 portfolio. It's down $362, which is crazy. That's literally 36%. And SNEK is no longer the worst performer. It is the second from the bottom. So, very disappointing. And then our narrative portfolio, my favorite and the best performer so far. It's just an easy portfolio to set up. It is only down $63, which is like 12-13%, which is great. This thing's got one meme coin, one gaming coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, one real-world asset coin, and one artificial intelligence coin. It's pretty fun. And you know what? I would actually copy-paste this method of investing if I ever need to diversify in the future. Or maybe when I take profits and I'm like reestablishing my bags for the next bull market or something like that. I am 1000% copying the narrative portfolio. Maybe I'll do like 2 or 3 of each narrative, but I love the concept. It's super simple, super easy. And on CoinMarketCap, they literally have a category, which, you know, you got NFTs, memes, real world assets, artificial intelligence, gaming, decentralized physical infrastructure, whatever the hell DeFi is, AI agents. So it's pretty cool. Cool stuff. Now you do got it. There's a little more deep diving that goes into it because sometimes you'll click on something like gaming and it'll have like Chainlink in it because Chainlink like partners with gaming coins. You and I both know Chainlink is not a gaming coin, but it would be in here. It's not, but that's just an example of like they'll throw something in somewhere that actually doesn't fit the category. So you gotta kind of vet them yourself a little bit. Like everyone and their brother tried to claim that they were AI because they had like some affiliation. They're like, we use AI in the office, so we're an AI coin too. And you're like, I don't think so. Like, it's true though. We do use AI in the office. And you're like, okay, sure. And he said, Tyler, age poll indeed. What? Can we do a poll if Hoff isn't the older person in the chat? He's not. What if I said, Tyler, I think you're misinformed? First poll passed? Okay, first poll passed. I like it. End poll. You guys said yes, so we are increasing it to 12. I need to remember that When I say 10 tomorrow, somebody please remind me that it is actually 12 and that I'm wrong. Next poll. How many people do we have here? 13? Guys, don't forget to smash the like button and share the stream, please. Do we require a minimum $50 gap between other people's entries and your own? Start poll. So as of right now, there is no gap. As long as it's off by 1 penny, you can guess 1 penny over somebody and completely screw them over according to the Price is Right rules. And it makes it a little bit fun, but kind of ruins it for some people. I think Butterfly's been illustrating this since he was voted against from day one because I don't know, he started taking it seriously. And by that I mean he knifed everybody, twisted the knife every single chance he got, and people didn't like it. So keep that in mind when you're voting. Again, this is a democracy with a little bit of dictatorship sprinkled in when I feel like it. So right now I'm letting you guys feel like you have a little bit of freedom. So place your vote. Jay Shear said, bro, leave Hoffs alone. Money said, no way, Waterfly is 80. Waterfly said, this isn't black and white. That's cloudy day. Index said, when AI taking over your channel? How do you know it hasn't already? Waterfly said, I'm 79 currently, Money. Money said, def no. Tyler said, Waterfly, we need a picture. Hoff said, Waterfly X39. Waterfly said, act young, feel young. Waterfly, if you want, you can DM me a photo and we can auction it off and use it to raise money for the channel. And by auction it off, I mean like we hit a certain goal and then I'll just show the picture on stream. Totally up to you. Just an idea for me to, for some reason, capitalize off of a picture of you. Waterfly said, except when it rains, arthritis sucks. Dude, that's so weird because I can feel when it's going to rain too. Not from arthritis or anything, but I broke my leg twice when I was 15 and I can feel it, dude. I can feel it in my right knee. It freaks me out. Tyler said, tomorrow, JJ, I don't care about yesterday. We're doing it my way. Hoff said, this is Waterfly cranky old man moment though. Waterfly said, except when it rains. Bunny said, no, we all spam and we don't have time to rewrite it after we acknowledge. Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. Hoff said, yep, I read that. Mr. Robert said, if ballsy guesses come in right away and they are $1 apart, we gotta let it ride. See, everyone's like, there's too many rules. And then everybody likes to come up with rules of their own because it's a beautifully meticulated contest. And nobody can come close to my beautifully articulated rules. Congratulations, Jay Shear, once again. Enjoy your fish stick. So our narrative portfolio looking good. Honestly, quite impressed. Like endlessly impressed. It's almost in profit. It's going to be in profit soon. I can feel it. Let's go through some articles, some important stuff. We got Fed Chair Jerome Powell says crypto is becoming more mainstream and legal framework for stablecoins is a good idea. He said the level of tariff increases announced so far is significantly larger than anticipated. The economic effects, which will include higher inflation and slower growth. He also said he thinks that there will be a loosening of bank rules on crypto. That's pretty, yep. Oh, this one's a little bit long. Powell on crypto. We went through a wake of failures and frauds. During this time, we worked for a legal framework and with Congress for stablecoins, which was not successful. But what you see now is a congressional change, and we are close to a legal framework for stablecoins, which could have wide appeal. Jerome was bullish on stablecoins. Hell yeah. Then we got this hilarious situation. 1.5 trillion gone. The stock market just had a meltdown. If your portfolio suddenly feels lighter, it's because Wall Street just bled out over 1.5 trillion in a single day. Big names, all red. So typical fear mongerer. This is literally like the most chill crash that we've seen in the stock market just the past month. And I'm pretty sure it's literally because they asked Powell, will you step in? And he said no. And like I said earlier, he's supposed to say that. Like, you don't crash your car because you have an airbag. Your airbag goes off because you crash your car. Does that make sense? It's silly to me. We got Fed Powell
Federal debt is on an unstable path. We are now running crisis level deficits at full employment. He did specify, though, that we are not at an unsustainable level. He said it's an unsustainable path. I think that's in here as well. That's that direct quote. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, you have a very soothing voice like Bob Ross. I like your happy, fluffy charts. Thank you very much. Jay Shear said 79 Private Waterfly. Who's your top 3 favorite music artists? He's gonna be like Beethoven, Mozart. And he's not a musician, but I enjoy singing Shakespeare. Tyler said, no, Waterfly, I don't want candy. I won't get in your van. What? That was like 5 years ago, Tyler. I'm just kidding. Waterfly said, Elvis, Frank Sinatra, surprisingly. Hendrix, he had soul. I agree, dude. There is so much lack of soul in modern music. It blows my mind. That's a good lineup. Elvis, Sinatra, and Hendrix. I'm legit surprised. I have no problem with all 3 of those. Waterfly, I gotta ask, what is your opinion on Nirvana? Hoff said, money needs to send in a picture of her liquor cabinet. Jay Shear said, dang, what do you mean liquor cabinet? There's no leftovers. Yeah, she said it's empty. That's perfect. Butterfly said, poll is 50-50. It really is. That's funny, man. Mr. Robert said, Waters, Hendrix is no surprise. He had so much finesse. Waterfly said his music was extraordinary. Mr. Robert said, yep. And Money said, people vote without thinking. Damn, it's getting political up in here. Okay, we got China's GDP grew 5.4% in Q1 2025, exceeding expectations. This was my theory. I posted this on X the other day. I was like, what if they're working together? What if Trump came in and he said, listen, I can increase your GDP by like 10x just in the first year, but you need to play along. And then he comes in and he's like, tariffs. And then everyone's like, shit, we need to buy everything we need for the next 4 years from China today. And they did it, and their GDP skyrockets, and then they're going to be like, oh, we worked out a deal. Well, guess what? Those people aren't going to return the stuff that they bought. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. It's crazy to me. Next, we got Senator Mike Lee calls to abolish the IRS and Federal Reserve. Trump says countries may choose between the U.S. or China. This was also hilarious. Bitcoin market dominance has reached a 4-year high, while Ethereum's share has dropped to multi-year lows. That's not surprising at all. We got a wallet dormant for 2 years, withdrew 100 Bitcoin worth $8.33 million from Binance. Interesting. Over $1.5 trillion in value was erased from the U.S. stock market today. We got $250 million worth of Circle minted on Sol. A newly created wallet spent 1 million USDC to buy 1.06 million Fartcoin at 0.944. Interesting. I thought Anderson would like that, but he's not here because he's lame. We got Senator Hawley plans to reintroduce his bill banning stock trading by members of Congress. I don't think that's ever going to pass. Ever. South Korea and Vietnam agree to strengthen trade relationships in response to U.S. tariffs. President Trump says U.S. is taking in record numbers in tariffs, with the cost of almost all products going down. China says the U.S. must stop threatening and blackmailing if it wants to negotiate a trade deal. That's adorable. Japan agrees to negotiate a new trade deal with the United States. Interesting. U.S. to negotiate, or to use negotiations with 70 plus countries to block China's trade routes. Damn, that's a little. This one's a little harsh. The United States has generated a total of $21 billion in tariff revenue since President Trump took office. Interesting. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says U.S. economy is solid despite uncertainty. He says the job market is in a really good place. He also said markets will probably see continued volatility, and the federal debt is not at an unsustainable level. This is what I was talking about specifically earlier. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, what's your X account name? It is actually in the description. If you go right here. Also, if you want to support the channel and you feel like leverage trading for some reason, be careful. You genuinely treat it like gambling. Sign up for BitUnix or Ourbit using the referral links. Join the Discord as well. The Discord's a fun place. It's not my Discord. It's the Discord where I came from. So it's not like geared around my channel. It's just a bunch of like-minded crypto folks. We read that one. Then we got China importing record amounts of Canadian oil after cutting U.S. purchases by 90% amid trade war. Damn. Waterfly said Hoff's leave already? Probably. He's probably at the store again. President Trump says big progress is being made on a trade deal with Japan after meeting with Japanese officials. That's going to be super bullish for markets, I think. This one was crazy to me. Warren Buffett has enough cash right now to buy 476 companies in the S&P 500 outright. That's freaking crazy. Nvidia down 10% today. SEC 2.0 announces agenda. Panelists for roundtable on crypto custody, April 25th. That is literally the day before my birthday. That's pretty exciting. And then we got treasuries will mint stable. This one I thought was an interesting point of view on stablecoins as well. I've been talking about the stablecoin situation because it kind of cuts out the middleman when it comes to selling junk debt. You can literally just take that junk debt and mint stablecoins on it. So there's a whole process completely removed, which is what makes them attractive, I think. It says Treasury will mint stablecoins and sell them to regulated issuers, which are the new banks. Lending, borrowing will continue on DeFi as it is, but stablecoin issuers are the new buyer of last resort. Expect trillions into USDC and white-labeled versions injected into the chains, finding its way into assets, Bitcoin, and tokenized securities. Notes: Tether will make a US-regulated version of Tether as soon as the Genius Act passes and guidelines are clear. Big banks and big corporations will issue their own white-labeled stablecoins. Notes: Treasury issues short-term treasuries loans, which are bought by stablecoin issuers. So it's like an endless cycle of debt, but the stablecoins cut out a huge, probably pain in the ass, I imagine, process. And that's it. Bitcoin looking a little bit red. We're probably coming back down to retest 83,220 if it decides to fill that wick from earlier, from Powell's fun little interview meeting slumber party that he had earlier. Waterfly said, hated Beatles. My kid loved Nirvana. I don't personally like, but I understand movement. Okay, I can respect that answer. Jay Shear said, the evolution on sound money plus more. Money said, I like Teen Spirit 1. Waterfly said, generational music, scene, money. Mr. Roberts said, yeah, movement, music changed in the 90s for sure. Gourmet, Brands of Brooklyn said, what's your X account name? I've covered that already. Money said, oh yeah, FS. I don't know what that means. Waterfly said, Hoff's leave already? And Money said, 80s rock. Yeah. You know what blows my mind as well? Metallica. Other bands, like other hair metal, like Metallica. We got Iron Maiden. We got AC/DC. We got Guns N' Roses. Where are the bands like that? The closest I've seen is Greta Van Fleet. They're from Michigan. They got a lot of early criticism for sounding like Zeppelin. But, dude, that guy's got pipes, man. And they sound so good. It's like a revival. It's like a renaissance of hair metal in like the most positive way possible. I don't know. It's refreshing. It's refreshing to see for sure. Evanescence came up with a song for Devil May Cry on Netflix, and it's so freaking good, dude. Amy Lee's voice is crazy. I don't know. I could go on about. I could do a whole freaking stream about music like daily and never run out of stuff to talk about. Okay. Let's see. What are we thinking? Shana Mac, congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy your fish stick. Auto-tune ruined it all. I don't know if that's even the case, honestly. I think just I don't even know what ruined it all. Legit. I think that the producers ruined it all. Because they focused again, it's quantity over quality every single time. They just churn out as much as possible, and then they're happy because they're making a shit ton of money. It's like not quality money though. That's the problem. So they just have to. I don't know. It's like what we're getting today is paper plates compared to like fine china that we used to get in like the 80s and 90s. Does that make sense? They just keep churning out. They're like, oh, you throw it away, but it doesn't cost that much to make, so we didn't really care. Whereas the fine china was like, you reuse it for like 50 plus years. I don't know, man. I like coming up with analogies, but it makes me sad when you realize that music sucks today. Or I guess there's just not as much of it that there could be. Let's see. I've been expecting good reactions from Render lately for some reason. Every time we close, it seems like Render gets a pretty violent, swift reaction. It's always the first to react, it seems. Chainlink looks relatively decent right now, though. Holding above the yellow trend line. Tyler said that's why Waterfly went sour. He must have lost his bingo card, then came into the daily close wanting vengeance. All right, guys, it's 50-50 on this poll, so we'll have to. Oh, it's 56% now. It just switched to no. So I'm closing the poll. If we want to talk about it again in a week, then we'll talk about it. But we are 9 votes in, 56% are no. I'm going to end it right now. There we go. What if I said hate bingo? Really? I love bingo, dude. We went camping one time, and the campground had like a local bingo or whatever. HQZ said I broke the tie. Nice. So we're at this campground, and me and my buddy are hanging out at the RV, and we knew that there was bingo going on at like the pavilion in the middle of the park, and we just hear screaming. We're here, yeah. And I go to my buddy. I'm like, we gotta get up to the pavilion. I think my family just won bingo. Shit, you not. We rode our bikes up there, and my mom's got like her arms full of all this junk, and I'm like, hell yeah! Everyone in the pavilion looked so mad. Because they're like all these quiet, like people camping and shit, you know. Then this loud Italian family shows up, and we're like, oh man. Fade said, have you seen Pause? I have not. Let's go take a look at Pause. There we go. Gourmet Brands Brooklyn said, I don't know if it's me because I'm new, Discord, but it said the link is invalid or expired. Oh, shoot. Okay, I might have to update it. I'll put a new one. I'm going to put a new one in the chat for you. Let me grab it right now. Invite people. That's crazy. I thought it was a never expiring link. Generate new link. Copy. Okay, let me know if this one works. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Okay, yeah, let's go look at Pause. Should be on TradingView. Okay, cool. Like that. Oh, this is new. That wick doesn't look awful, actually. Is this, if it's a Sol, okay, so it's been on MXC for a little while. It got a pretty decent spike from listing, it looks like. So I'm assuming this is something. Yeah. 4 months. Let's go look at the 4-month-old one. 0.00054. Okay, so it's not this. Okay, it must not be on Dex Screener then at all. Interesting. So this was, looks like this was just a low volume coin. Did you guys watch the CoffeeZilla interview with the Mantra CEO? That was kind of crazy. Gourmet Brands Brooklyn said, nice, I'm in. Okay, sweet. Yeah, that's where we all spend most of our time. You'll see a lot of regulars there. HQZ said, badass. What? What if I said I respect the vote? Okay. Oh, I get it now. I get it. Tyler said I love bingo too. Mr. Robert said I'm really enjoying the Milk Carton Kids music recently. I'll have to check that out. Index said link probably a virus. Yeah. I gotta go now, guys. I just got a big lump sum of crypto suddenly injected into my wallet for no reason. Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting launch. So it looks, I don't know what happened. I imagine it opened right here, spiked up pretty violently. Let's do a post-mortem. So some people, for whatever reason, kept buying, and they bought it up to 171%, and then you got a little spike down. It ended up closing down. What? Hold on. This says plus, but it's red. Plus 5,000. That's because there's a gap. Plus 5,131.29%. Did they just list some coin that was literally at zero? That's crazy. So somebody on MXC probably held this as dust and they just made like a couple grand. That's so nuts. Oh, Tyler wants to look at Ring AI. Yeah, this is crazy. I like this. This goofy little trading view indicator cracks me up. It says buy at the worst times. Ring AI. No, am I making stuff up? There we go. Gate. Whew. Okay. Big uptake in volume. That's a little bit promising. Look at this. You had this dump. See this dump? See the spike in volume? Followed by the subsequent decrease in volume but increase in price. Same thing right here. Dump, spike in volume, decrease in volume, increase in price. Oops. Now, look at what's happening right here. You got a dump, increase in volume. Are you going to get a decrease in volume and an increase in price? Might happen. Not financial advice, but, you know, history often rhymes. All that stuff. Something Ben Cowan would say. Yeah, that's crazy. The flat lines kind of blow my mind, if I'm being completely honest. Let's go take a look at our Peep the Toad. Take a look at our watch list really quick. It's been a minute. Bat is up 8%. I'm kind of scared to look, see how bad I am. Harambe. Let's see if my Harambe buys in profit yet. Nothing. Still 5 million market cap, so it's not looking bad. Let's get pin link. Money said Fahid. Yeah, we need more grow games. Grow games. Grow games. Sure. Nope, I bought the Pico top on Fat. Very cool. Super exciting. Happy to have served. Harambe. Still dancing around my entry. I am not at a loss yet, though, which is very exciting. I believe this is the death anniversary, May 28th, 2025 of Harambe. We'll see if anything happens there. April, May. Yeah. See, leading into May last year, pretty decent spike. So if we even get remotely anywhere near that, let's say we go up to 31 for my entry, I'll even go a little bit higher. I'll just go to 3. 623%. That's pretty significant gains. Not financial advice. This is a complete gamble. It is a meme coin about a unfortunately deceased gorilla. Justice for Harambe. Dicks out for Harambe. You know the drill. Pin link. Ooh, little green candle. 4.51%. Looking relatively decent. Hopefully I can get back above the blue trend line. It's in an accumulation zone. I'm not gonna change my mind about that. As soon as it breaks above $1, then it'll be outside of the accumulation zone. But for now, it's probably worth accumulating. Chewy said recession warning. I think that we've been in a recession. My favorite thing in the world is how much Jamie Dimon flip-flops. He literally said we were in a recession, and then he said we're scared of a recession, and then he said we're in a recession right now. And then, like, I think the tariff delay happened, and he was like, there's no recession. Like, the day after he said we were in a recession, I was like, what are you talking about, bro? I think we're in a recession. By definition, I have no idea, but I think that we've been in a recession. I think that the game has changed entirely. I would not be surprised to see this finally fulfill my targeted drop of 40.50. Where's that target from? I have no clue. There's a reason for that. Was that my 20%? Nope. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. That's a bear market right there for the S&P 500. I think that confirms everything then, because the NASDAQ was already way down. Yep, 26%. Dow got, I think, completely shafted. Wow. Yeah, we're in a bear market. Been in a bear market for the stock market specifically, by definition. I believe definition of bear market in the stocks is 20%. Don't quote me on that. I'm very new to the stock world, so don't be like, oh, it means something else, idiot. Relax. Not that big of a deal. Bitcoin dominance, I'm still looking to see if we break through 64, solidify, break above that, and head towards 66. If we do, hopefully it happens like this, rather than this. You know, that dancing around would stink. Like if we did one of these. Just played around 64 for a little while and then broke above 66 around June. That would suck so bad. Like, just get it over with, man. I don't think the red dots do anything on the Bitcoin dominance. Mr. Roberts said, I agree on recession. It will be backdated after, but I also think we hit the low. Like on Bitcoin? Like local low? 75K? I've been looking for 70K for a little while. I don't know if it's going to pull back anymore. Honestly, I'm kind of at a point where I feel like Bitcoin might outperform during a recession, which is weird. How far down are we from the top? We're not down that far percentage-wise, are we? From the Pico top, okay, it did go down 30% at one point. It's currently chilling down 23%. I mean, that's really not that bad, especially considering this scenario. That went down 33%, 27%. It eventually broke out, down 8% still. And now we're doing the same thing, it looks like, but a different trajectory. We might not be in a range this time around. This time it might literally be a wedge. Because it kind of looks like a wedge. I don't know. That's why I haven't drawn that top trend line yet. But I mean, we got an MW playing out right now. If that's the case, that might have been the bottom. That would be sick. You know how sick that would be? I think everyone's confused right now and scared. I feel really mean every time I say that, but it is. Let's check the fear and greed. Let's check fear and greed. Nope, not Facebook. Fear and greed. We're at 30. I mean, it's in fear. Last week it was at 39. See, let's check the one on CoinMarketCap. Fear and greed. Matra CEO burns team tokens to restore trust. Oh, good for him. Yeah, we're at 30. It's just quiet, man. Bitcoin price, Bitcoin volume. This one's usually a little more relative to crypto. Look at Farcoin, dude. Farcoin is ripping. Altcoin season index still very, very heavily leaning into Bitcoin season. It's quite interesting. Tron's still green. OKB is green. GT is green. Trump is green. Over the last 90 days? Okay, so this is going to take a little while to change. XCN's up 300%. Oops. Okay. I want to take a look at XCN because that was a big talking point for a lot of people. Let's see how good they're still doing. XCN. Onyx coin. Yeah, it's not awful. These candles are quite violent. The RSI is very interesting. It might get a bounce when that moving average hits. I guess I'm surprised to see it so stable at these areas. Mr. Roberts said, good night, good people. Peace, JJ. Time for chores. All right, take it easy, Mr. Roberts. I'm probably going to call it as well. Market's pretty chill. Bitcoin maybe wanting to go back up. Be pretty sick. Yeah. Yep. Congratulations, Shannon Mac, once again on your victory for the daily close contest. Enjoy your fish stick. It's lost somewhere in here. Go pull it back up really quick. There we go. Yeah, get the fish stick back over there. Enjoy your fish stick, Shannon Mac. I appreciate you guys. Smash the like button on your way out. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Wednesday and good night. Don't forget, I'm not streaming on Friday. Unless, if I do, it's going to be very, very late. So, I don't know. I might. I guess it depends on if my kid doesn't give a shit. You know, we're going to go see the Minecraft movie. She's going to get her presents if she wants to play with her presents. And she's like, Dad, you know, go do whatever the hell you want. I don't give a shit. Leave me alone. Then I'll probably stream. But we'll see. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Smash the like button on your way out. Share the stream. And I will see you all tomorrow. Good night.